Hi guys, this video will be showing you all of the different areas of the hospital that you may be seeing when you come in for surgery. So first thing to go over is parking. As you come up the hill right past the Children's Hospital, on the left you will find a parking lot. This is the women's entrance, or east entrance, and you can enter the hospital through here and follow the signs for surgery check-in, or you can take the shuttle bus up the hill where they will drop you off right in front of surgery check-in. There is also a parking garage with parking available as well. The third option for parking is valet parking, which will also put you right in front of surgery check-in. Surgery check-in is through the doors to the left of the information desk. Arrival time is 90 minutes before surgery, and this can be as early as 5:45 a.m. You will get a call giving you your exact arrival time 24 to 48 hours before the day of surgery. After getting checked in, you will take the C elevators and head up to the second floor where you will be taken back to the pediatric PACU. The day of surgery, someone will escort you through the back, but here I am going to show you how to get back using the blue squares with the yellow suns because this is how you will come back when you get the call saying that the patient is done with surgery. As you will see, there's lots of turns, but the path is clearly marked, so just continue to follow the blue squares with the yellow suns, and you will find your way back to the PACU area. We recommend for any patients with long hair to either put it in a high bun or braids so that it is easily kept out of the way during surgery. The day of surgery, female patients that are 11 and older have to take a pregnancy test before surgery. This is done using a urine sample. If a parent or caregiver doesn't feel comfortable with this, you can sign a waiver saying you decline. This is what a cubicle looks like in the PACU. Once you have been placed in a cubicle, they will have you change into a paper gown. 2 adults are allowed back here with the patient. There are iPads and TVs, and patients are more than welcome to bring their own phone or tablet from home. At this time, some patients should be prepared to get an IV. Generally, patients 10 and older get an IV, but it is left up to the discretion of the anesthesiologist. For those of you who don't know what an IV is, it's a small plastic catheter or straw that usually gets inserted into a vein in your arm or hand. The straw connects to tubing that can help give your body medicine. It is also how the anesthesiologist will give you anesthesia medication so that you are completely asleep during surgery. You will not see, hear, or feel anything. The IV will most likely stay in for the majority of your hospitalization, but will be removed before you are discharged from the hospital. If getting an IV is something that you may have a hard time coping with, we have a couple of coping options that have been helpful for other patients. Freezy spray is a cooling spray that makes your hand feel like you put it in snow. Some patients prefer the cold sensation rather than the poke of the IV. We also have Buzzy, which is a vibrating device that has been found to help decrease needle pain by up to 88%. For patients that are 9 and younger, we offer mask induction instead of getting an IV. This is what the mask looks like that you will breathe into to help you fall asleep for your surgery. The mask is clear and soft and goes over your nose and mouth. You will breathe in smelly air, which is the sleepy medicine that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep during surgery. You will also be able to pick out a yummy scent to help make your mask smell better. Before they take you back to the operating room or OR, they will give you medicine called Versed. This will be given through the IV for patients that have one placed, and for all other patients, it is taken orally. This medicine sometimes can make patients feel sleepy, loopy, or relaxed, and usually helps make any nervous feelings get better right before going back to the OR. After surgery, patients will be brought back to the PACU and put in a similar but different cubicle than they were in before surgery. While the patient is in the OR, the parent or caregiver can head to the pediatric surgery waiting room. The blue squares with the yellow suns also mark the path here. Often the surgeon has someone call when they begin and when they are finishing up. For longer surgeries, they may have someone call periodically with updates as well. If you do not get service in the hospital, there is a phone in the waiting area they can call you on. You will also get a number that represents the patient so you can track on the monitor in the waiting area whether they are in the OR, pre-op, post-op, etc. If you get hungry while you are waiting and need a snack or meal, we have an atrium cafe located on lower level 1 where you will find lots of different dining options. Once the patient is out of surgery, Peds PACU staff will monitor the patient until they are ready to be discharged or moved to their inpatient room. Some patients may spend time in the pediatric intensive care unit after surgery. Here is what the majority of the rooms in the PICU look like. The big thing I like to point out is that the bathroom consists of a toilet behind a curtain. If any adults that are staying with the patient need to use the restroom and do not want to go behind the curtain, there is a bathroom located on the unit that I will show in a little bit. Each PICU room has an iPad that patients are more than welcome to download games, Netflix, whatever on. There is also a pull-out couch and a chair in every room. 2 adults are allowed to stay with the patient overnight, and any additional visitors are allowed at the discretion of the PICU staff. Here is the bathroom that I had mentioned before. Across from the bathroom is the nourishment room. In here, you will find a cupboard filled with food that has been donated for patients and families in case you are needing a snack or meal. Feel free to take what you need. You will also find a microwave, fridge, water, and coffee in case you need any of this during your PICU stay. Some patients may also stay on Children's 2 or 3. Here's what the entrance to Children's 3 looks like. All inpatient units are locked, so if you need to go grab something out of the car or have a visitor coming, they will need to buzz in using the keypad. This first clip is what a room on Children's 2 looks like, and the second clip is what a room on Children's 3 looks like. All of these rooms have a couch, recliner, TV, and private bathroom. There are also iPads where you can download whatever you want, just like in the PICU. On Children's 2 and 3, patients are able to wear their own clothes brought from home. All of the bathrooms on Children's 2 and 3 have showers. However, the surgeon may not want you to shower for a certain period of time after surgery. Parents and caregivers are more than welcome to use this shower or the shower in the family convenience room, which I will show later. Parents are also welcome to order food through our food services department to be delivered at the same time the patient's food is delivered. Breakfast and lunch are $5 plus tax, and dinner is $6 plus tax. You are also welcome to bring your own food from home. 2 adults are allowed to stay in the room with the patient, and the patients are allowed to have a maximum of 6 visitors in the room at any given time. Similar to the PICU, Children's 2 and 3 have a nourishment room with coffee, water, refrigerator, and microwave if you need any of that during your stay. While patients are staying on Children's 2, they will have access to the playroom. In this room, you will find lots of different toys that patients are more than welcome to play with in the playroom or bring back to their own room to play with. On Children's 3, there is a similar room called the game room. In this room, you will find a computer, PlayStation, TV, and lots of board games and activities in the cupboards. Sometimes there are weekly activities scheduled that take place in this room as well. I also wanted to point out the Ronald McDonald House so that you can see where it is in relation to the hospital in case you plan to stay there the night before surgery or while the patient is hospitalized. You will find the schedule for the weekly activities listed by the elevators. These activities can range from slime making to special guest visitors like the Bucknell football team or Disney princesses. We also have dinner and a movie once a month, and even if you aren't feeling up to leaving your room, you can have someone go down to the lobby, grab a hot meal, and bring it back up to you. If you're an animal lover, we also have pet therapy visits weekly. We also have a family resource room with a caregiver closet in it. In the caregiver closet, you will find items like shampoo, toothbrushes, deodorant, etc. So if you forget any toiletry item, please let staff know. They would be more than happy to give you access to the closet so that you have what you need. There are also a couple of meditation rooms throughout the hospital that are always open for patient and patient families to use if they need a quiet place to go. The last part of the tour is the family convenience room. This room is always locked, so if you would like access to it, just ask the unit desk clerk for the code. As I had mentioned earlier, there is a shower in here if a parent or caregiver would prefer to shower in a different room. If you are in need of extra towels, just ask the unit desk clerk and they can provide them as needed. You can also find donated food in these cupboards for any patient or patient's family that need it. You will also find washers and dryers in this room. You may be wondering why you would need to use these if you're only here for a couple of days, but if the patient were to get sick from the medications and throw up on the clothes brought from home, then you are more than welcome to utilize these. Laundry detergent is given by the unit desk clerk as needed. To conclude, I have a couple bits of information to share. The first thing is that during RSV season, children 5 and younger are not allowed to visit the children's hospital at all. The third thing is that if you would like, you can pick up all of your prescriptions at the pharmacy located in the hospital before you leave so that you have one less thing to worry about after being discharged. That is it. I hope seeing the parts of the hospital and maybe answering some of the questions you have had help make you feel more calm and prepared for when you come in and have surgery.